I want to go to stock picks. ASML, sort of like they're making the chips. They really are at the heart of AI.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think if you just look at ASML, obviously, these shares react very quickly on quarterly results, which are, in my mind, very short-term of nature. So the last sort of quarter or two, they've actually come off their highs substantially, just with a bit of a softer outlook looking forward in terms of earnings. A little bit of protection sort of where they are in terms of protecting the high valuation that they achieved. But if you just look at the business, what it does, the cash generation it does is great. I mean, it's unbelievable. There's a big annuity component to the business, as well as the valuation. The valuation is looking very cheap relative to some of the other chip makers out there. And obviously, you've got that annuity side. So predictability of earnings is there for me. Might be a bit softer looking forward from the recent sort of quarterly results that we've seen. But I think, the pullback that we've seen in the share price certainly is a good medium-term buy for me in terms of a good quality business that certainly deserves a place in the portfolio. So using the pullback over the last 6 months as a buying opportunity to stick it in the portfolio.
Yeah, and they've got tech no one else has. I mean, maybe it's sometimes their litho, I can't remember what it is, but they've certainly got tech. Shane, Sasol.
Yeah, I'm reluctant to punt a value share because valuation-based investing has been a dead end for 15 years. But Sasol looks pretty cheap. I mean, it was 400 Rand 3 years ago. It's 79 Rand today. I guess if you're going to punt a value opportunity, you've got to say there's valuation, 2.8 PE, and then you've got to identify potential catalysts because valuation by itself is not enough. And the value in Sasol, about 40% of the market cap is represented by their 50% remaining in Lake Charles. So there's a very significant restructuring opportunity were they to sell Lake Charles. And I have to say, for the first time in many years, Sasol has a good chief executive in Simon Baloyi. I think he's an energized and competent manager. And I think if anyone can get a restructuring of this business done, it's Simon. So I'm kind of backing him eventually to unlock value, most likely by selling Lake Charles.
I'll leave that there. That's all for Stockwatch today. Thanks to, I guess, Shane Watkins from All Weather Capital going with Sasol, Deryck Janse Van Rensburg, Anchor Securities going with ASML. Up next, the close. Stay watching.